What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. In this video I'm going to be shooting some sheet metal with my friend Logan. He's got his 416 Barrett. We're going to be shooting at these 16 gauge sheets of sheet metal. So these are 1/16 of an inch thick, and we got, I think, like 30 of them. Curious to see how many of these sheets the 416 Barrett will penetrate through. I've already shot these sheets with my 416 Ruger like 2 or 3 years ago, and it went through like 20, I think. So my guess is probably like 25 or 30, or maybe all of these. What do you think, Logan? How many sheets do you think it'll go through?
I think we'll go through all of them.
You think so? I think so too.
We'll see.
So we're going to be using a 475 grain solid bullet, and it's going to have a muzzle velocity of 3,300 feet per second, muzzle energy of 11,000 foot-pounds, and the 416 Barrett is basically just a 50 BMG neck down to 416 caliber. So what do you guys think? You think it'll go through all? Let's see what happens. And I'm actually going to take the shot. I'm going to do the honors, right, Logan?
Yep.
So let's see what happens. We're at 50 yards. And this is the rifle. It's a Desert Tech 42-inch barrel. Look at that thing. You think you're going to Cerakote this ever, or?
No, it's all stainless.
Just to cover up the shine so it blends in better? Or?
I'm not going to carry that hunting.
Yeah.
It's too heavy. I'm old.
Yeah. Wow. Look at this thing. It's impressive. So let's see what happens. Safe, okay.
Oh, okay. You must have flipped it.
Oh, man.
You knocked the broom over.
That's cool, dude. Wow. Look at this case, guys. This is just insane. The primer is so big. It just looks like it came from the land of giants or something.
90 cents to $1.10 a piece.
Wow.
For the primer.
This is like the size of a 12 gauge shell, pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you know how thick it's probably like 3/4 of an inch. And that is just crazy. So let's see what happened.
Flipped it.
Oh, man. All right, guys, 416 Barrett versus sheet metal. Pretty interesting results. So we were using a 475 grain solid copper match bullet, and it was going at 3,300 feet per second. Here was my hit right there, perfect, right in the middle, and some pretty surprising results. We didn't go through as many as we thought, but a massive hole there in the sheet metal. Look at those holes. Absolutely insane. Wow, looks like maybe 10 or 12. That is just crazy. Those holes are insane. Let's see here. We kind of cracked that one, so we'll count that as one. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So it went through 12. That's pretty surprising, right?
Yeah.
I guess because of the velocity and the bullets right there.
There's the bullet.
Yeah, is it still hot?
Yeah, it's still warm.
Don't burn your hand. Let me see here. There's the bullet right there. Absolutely insane. Wow. It's still mostly together. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's hot. Wow. Still very hot.
A couple little pieces, but it stayed together.
So I'll just show you guys how the bullet penetrated through. So you can see just a little tiny entrance hole there. And then as we went through, there's the second sheet. And you can see it just getting larger and larger. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. Look at the 9th and 10th sheets are just insane. The holes are just massive. So, wow, look, that is just crazy. I thought it was going to go through all of them, to be honest. I guess that copper they use might be a little bit on the soft side, I think.
Yeah, must be.
For the bullet, but I'm going to see if I can give you some of those brass solids.
All right, yeah, we'll load some of those up.
That would be cool.
Give it a shot.
Wow. All right, guys, I just want to give you a closer look here. So this was the first sheet right there. Really not much going on over here. It's a little exit hole. Here's the second one. Not much going on there either. You can see some copper dust there. And then it starts to get bigger and bigger. This is the third sheet. And then here's the fourth sheet. You can see that hole is just real massive. I could put my thumb in there. It's insane. And then here's the exit hole there. Fifth sheet. Look at the size of that hole compared to my thumb. Massive. Look at that. Wow. Here's the sixth sheet. Massive hole there. Look at that. Wow. Here's the seventh sheet. Now it really starts to get crazy. Here's my thumb for comparison. That's like 2-inch diameter hole there. And then the back of that. That is just wild. Wow. That is just insane. Here's the eighth sheet. This is just crazy. I mean, you could put like 3 fingers in there. Look at that. That is crazy. I've never seen that before. And then look at how it just blew out the metal there. Wow. And then here's the 9th sheet. Look at that. Wow. Massive hole there. And then here's the 10th sheet. It started to get smaller. How it peeled that metal back. And then here's the 11th sheet. And then here's the 12th sheet. Just kind of cracked it a little bit. So there you guys have it. 416 Barrett versus 16 gauge sheet metal. 475 grain match solids from cutting edge bullets. So that was a little bit surprising, right?
Yeah.
I didn't expect that. More. Yeah, I thought so too.
I think it started losing a lot of energy when it was blowing out these big holes.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, those holes are just ridiculous. Should keep some. You want me to give you some for a souvenir? So that's pretty much it, guys. Check out my buddy Logan on his YouTube channel. I'll leave a link in the description below this video. And until the next time, take care, God bless, and don't forget the 3 Ps. Prepare, practice, and persevere.